what's going on, everybody? I'm DJ Sixsmith. Ford v Ferrari, brand new movie coming out in November. This guy's going to be in it, Francesco Bauco. How are you, man?
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
How's everything going? Birthday tomorrow? Like, it's a good time of life.
Yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. In New York.
Yes. Not a bad place to be for it, right?
Yeah. Yes, but never. Just 8 years ago for a commercial, but from Italy, so I just spent a few days here. So I didn't see anything.
Wow.
But now I want to see.
Now you're in. Now you're like, I got to get some jazz. I got to hear some music.
Of course, jazz. I love jazz, of course. I'm addicted to jazz.
That's awesome. So when you look at this picture of yourself here, a little bit different than the guy I'm looking at right now. When you think about this part, this movie, what was the coolest part of the whole thing?
Yeah, it's very hard. It's interesting because thanks to acting, you do characters very far from you, from what you are. But at the same time, you have to put yourself in the character. So it's interesting because you have to discover and work on your dark side. Everybody has a dark side. So it's very interesting because acting, I always say, is like therapy, and you know yourself more. So even if Bandini is a real character and so far from me, I have to find a connection to him, and this is the key, to find a connection to a character is apparently at the beginning very far from you, but there's nobody is so far from each other. There's always a connection.
So what was the connection between you and Bandini? How did you get into that character?
The self-made man. And ambitious, and make your dreams come true. Because you want to be Ferrari race driver a lot, but he was poor, so he came from a poor family, and so he needed to fight a lot to do something that only the rich guy they do that. So he fought a lot. He has to fight a lot, and at the end, his dream came true. Even if he lost the race, Le Mans '66, he won other races. So this is the connection to how much you want this, how much you want to win, how much you want to stay there.
Absolutely, and that's for everybody too. Everybody desires to win and to be successful, to make money, and especially for this guy too. Like Bandini, everybody knew him in Italy.
Yeah, it's
Ferrari. This is a big deal, and for you to play that role,
it's
like there's a lot of pressure with that.
It's an honor. It's an honor, and when you do that, it's a great responsibility. It's the only thing. Oh God, it's a real story.
I can't mess it up, right?
Yeah, real character. It's real. He has a wife in Italy. Is something. He has relatives and niece.
Right, they could be seeing the film.
Yeah, so it's a great responsibility. So I think, oh God, it's an honor. It's pretty scary, but at the same time, exciting.
Definitely. So you worked with Christian Bale for this movie.
Oh yeah,
which must have been an amazing experience.
Yeah,
so what do you remember about that time with him?
Yeah, it was exciting for me because at the first time the director James Mangold introduced it to each other. He said, did you meet before Christian Bale? I said, no, never. So I said, okay. I introduced each other. So it's Francesco, it's Christian. Hi, nice to meet you. And all during the mornings at the makeup, we were close side by side, but we don't talk a lot because he said also that. We are enemies, so he was in the role. But at the end of the shooting, after 1 month, and it was my birthday, so 1 year ago, I said, Christian, today is my birthday. He said, oh, happy birthday, buddy. So I remember each other but it was nice. It was also I was appreciate of him that he gave his face to me behind the camera, and when you have to act, the close-up is on you. We have the stuntman. He uses his face, and I appreciate a lot. This means that you're a real star, and a real actor. It was an honor that he gave to me his face and not just a stuntman. I appreciate it to help me.
Totally.
And I appreciate a lot this.
That's awesome. So you play a race car driver. Obviously, there's stunts involved, but what was like the craziest experience of shooting this whole movie?
The craziest experience was to drive the car.
Yeah. So what was it like actually getting behind the wheel?
But it's not really drive the car because there is a truck in front of me.
Okay, but still, you're still behind the wheel. And you're just
the feel and the truck was very, very fast. And the car, it has to be safe.
Sure.
But at the same time, was very adrenaline. Adrenaline is correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And It's very. I understand why it's so. It's a drug. It's adrenaline. You want to
you want more and more
faster and faster and faster and go and go and go. It's very. It's life. You think with you life and death. Life and death. It's a. That make you.
Makes your heart pump.
Yeah,
gets it going.
Yeah, this is great. It's huge.
Was that the biggest movie you've ever done before?
Yeah, it's the.
I mean, like 300 extras are there.
Yeah,
like
it's the signed contract with 20th Century Fox. Is the first big movie with major. Yeah, this is it's very exotic as well. Yeah.
How many times did you audition for the part?
Just once.
Just once?
Yeah, just once. It was also interesting because when my manager called me back, he said, Francesco, so you, the director, the casting, they loves you a lot. So, okay, when is the callback? I say, no, you're just in option. I say, okay, option means,
maybe,
I don't know.
Right.
So when they call me back that you took the role, you booked the role, so but I didn't have the callback. So no, it's perfect. So okay, great. So they did the callback for
cool, awesome.
Yeah, for commercials, you do sometimes 3 callbacks. Big commercial, 3 callbacks. For a movie like that, no callbacks, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not what you think it would be.
Yeah, but it's yeah, it's crazy, right? It's something.
So have you seen the whole film?
No.
No. You're gonna go to the theater and check it out?
Yeah, in the premiere. I'll see all the movie, but I saw some part where I'm driving and it's so huge the soundtrack under the scene, behind the scene. Yeah. The soundtrack is the Italian as well, Marco Beltrami. So for me it's another dream. Marco Beltrami is another huge legend, great soundtrack composer, and I'm so honored as well to face behind his music, and it's huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know the trailers are coming out, and we're seeing your face and Bale and Damon. When you see the trailer, what do you think about? Like, what do you go back to?
This is not me. It's not me.
You're like, this guy is so different.
No, that's not me. It's I have, it's I have to realize yet what happened. I have to realize that I didn't realize that. It's so strong emotion for me that to see the Christian is I didn't realize that. But at the same time, and I'm happy because I was born and grew up in Italy, so this is I came here with your hopes, your dreams. So at the same time, it's very excited, but I didn't realize that. This is the truth.
When do you feel like you got comfortable playing this guy? Like, when did you feel like you were actually in his skin?
Maybe the second day.
Second day.
Because the first day I told you was...
right, you were telling me first day, a little bit of a English,
nervous,
little barrier, language barrier.
Yeah, exactly, at the same time. So the second day, I start to understand more the character. But usually, honestly, during the end of the movie, the second week, the third week, I was Lorenzo Bandini, because it was a work in progress. That is amazing, because when you go prepare on the set, you study the book, you read the book, you study your character, but honestly, when it's action, anything can happen.
Right.
Even if you be prepared, anything can happen. This is the magic of the movie. And so everything is work in progress, everything can change, also the script, it's not wrote on the stone. So that is huge, the part. It's creative, it's artistic, creative part. Also from the crew, from the screenwriters, director, they can change, and it's work in progress as well. So this is huge, this is a work in progress.
Where did you guys film the movie?
In Acqua Dulce, in the desert.
Oh, in the desert.
It was by Los Angeles.
Oh, okay,
it was 1 hour to go and 1 hour to come back. It was. They rebuilt Le Mans 66, Le Mans, and so in each detail, it was very great. I think, guys, this is Hollywood.
It's amazing.
Yes, because also
that's the magic, like you said.
also the extras. Also the one extra you never see is as far was perfect dress from the amazing costume designer in the vintage, in the historical movie. So each details was totally accurate and good. Yeah.
That's cool. So you're growing up in Italy. When do you have the dream to become an actor and also to come to America and be in Hollywood and do the whole thing?
Okay, when I want to be an actor, I think when I was 5 years old.
Young, so you knew right away.
Yeah, right away. Starting Shakespeare on theater in Rome. Yeah, and but the American dreams came after when I was 25, it was start to be when I understand that in Italy there's not all the opportunities to do what I want to do, just in my mind, just for me, not to do.
You wanted to do more, you're saying?
But something for me, yeah. Right. So that is the key that I say. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go, and what happened. That I need to do for myself.
I gotcha. So what is the biggest difference between Italian film and American film?
Okay, I think the big difference is that in America there's it's a big machine. It's a fabric. It's a big machine. It's like a fabric.
Yeah, big factory.
Factory.
Right? Yeah.
In Italy, it's more artisanal.
Artisanal, small.
Artisanal, small.
Right.
So this is the little difference, but it's the same, huge at the same time, even if different at the same time. And this is I think the big difference. Yeah, this is more artisanal,
yeah.
And this.
Hey, this is your second language. You're doing a great job. If I tried to speak Spanish or Italian right now, I would be so screwed. So I give you all the credit. No, you're good. You're good. Absolutely good. Yeah. So when people check out your movie, there's going to be a lot of big things to think about. What do you want them to feel when they're sitting in the theater watching you drive the car and watching everything unfold?
They forget on me and they see Lorenzo Bandini.
They just think Bandini.
This is the goal.
Yeah.
To be him, and they have to forget that is me and Lorenzo Bandini. So my father. Right. My goal is that my father forgot that is his son on the screen, but this is Lorenzo Bandini. This is the goal. It means that I did a good job. If he reminds, this is my son, this is my son, this is my son, I did a good job. So my father is the great. His feedback is what they really scare me. Because if I forgot that you are my son.
That's good.
That is good.
And what do you think we'll learn about Bandini that we didn't know before? The character. What do you think we'll learn about him as a man? You know, because some people know who he is, right? Like here in the States, they know him. What's something that we'll learn for the first time? Or maybe just emotionally, what will we learn about him?
To be able to, that even if you don't win sometimes, lose doesn't mean, if you lose, doesn't mean that you lose. Just that it's just the situation that if you lose something, it doesn't mean that it's gone, or it's not a possibility, or that loss, that lose something means that maybe you can be, you win in another way. There's always ways to win, not just to arrive there, or there's a lot of way to win. And the most things with yourself, to work on yourself, like Bandini has to do, because it's just, in this case, the character is you want something, but if you don't, if you can arrive there, that goal doesn't mean that you are a loser. And the other way to go, or it doesn't mean that it's not for you.
Beautifully said, Francesco. Nice to meet you. Happy early birthday as well.
Thank you so much.
When's the big day? November 11th?
November 15th.
November 15th,
yeah,
okay.
November 15th.
November 15th, 4V Ferrari. This guy will be doing his thing. For Francesco, I'm DJ. See you next time here on The Sit Down.
Bye.